Hi, this is Lucy Gilpin, and this is my article summary video. Okay, so in the study that I read, the group of scientists were looking at whether or not predators or carnivores actually have a higher extinction rate or not, which has been claimed by different studies and scientists. But in this study, they hypothesized that herbivores, compared to different trophic groups, which are a group of organisms on the same level of the food chain, have a higher extinction risk than larger carnivores and omnivores. So herbivores are more threatened than carnivores and omnivores. And so the context of this study was they studied omnivores, herbivores, and predators extinction patterns across different trophic groups of mammals, reptiles, and birds across different region and habitat types. They also looked at the past extinction patterns of these animals and what effects they might have had on the current patterns. So this graph or figure, however you want to put it, although it is blurry, I'm so sorry. I tried to make it a bit more clear, but that's okay. So sorry. So this graph illustrates how in each type of species, herbivores, which are listed in the leftmost bar, have the highest proportion in terms of threat. So in all species, they have about 25% of a proportion being threatened, and in reptiles about 50%, in birds about 19, and in mammals about 30. And if you can see, there is this dotted line on all of the graphs, and that is the baseline that was made with data from the IUCN, which is about an extinction risk along all species with about 18% as the baseline. Okay, so what was the findings of this experiment? So they found that herbivores were the most at-risk trophic group, with 25% of all herbivores listed as threatened. And among herbivores, reptiles were found to be the most threatened, with about 52% of species being listed. And also, among the different herbivorous diets, the species that eat fruit, leaves, roots, etc., had the highest proportion of threat. This conclusion that they found differs from other studies because through their data, they found that herbivores were the most at risk, while others thought carnivores were. Okay, so how does it relate to our class and the Anthropocene in general? So in the study, they actually didn't find any anthropogenic reason as to why herbivores are going extinct at a higher rate than omnivores and predators. But herbivores having a higher extinction risk will lead to many problems within the ecosystem, which will probably then lead to effects in our own lives, which could then be determined as anthropogenic causes. But yeah, basically, with these herbivores going extinct, we will soon feel the ramifications. And I think that is caused by our own actions to a certain extent. So, yeah, thank you.